Hey moms, let's get you back your pre-pregnancy body. I'm gonna walk through step by step exactly what you have to do. So I have everything kind of written out here. We're gonna go over it. So I have two disclaimers for you. One, I'm not a doctor. I'm just some guy on YouTube talking, so don't listen to me. Two, disclaimer number two, I don't know your exact situation, right? Did you have a C-section? What were you before? What were you after? This is just gonna be a general rule and a general outline. Because I don't know your specific situation, I can't give you specific blueprint stuff. And if you want that, you could just click that link below and we could talk. But as a disclaimer, general rule, this is kind of like a general outline I would do with somebody who came to us. So let's get it started. So the goal, right? The goal when getting back your pre-pregnancy body, the goal is not to get back the body you had when you were pregnant, right before pregnancy. The goal is to get a body that is better than you had before. So that is the goal here. We want you to be more defined. We want you to have more energy. We want you to be stronger because now you have a kid to keep up with. And I have two, and believe me, it's not easy to do. So we need to give you as much energy and make you look as good as possible, even better than before. So that is the goal. The goal is not just to get back to baseline. The goal is to get back to baseline and be better than you were before. That is the goal. So there's going to be two keys to get you there. First key is going to be your nutrition. 70% of your results are going to come from what you eat. And the nutrition component to all this is very, very important. So again, because I don't know what your specific situation is, it's very hard for me to give this advice because it has to be a blanket statement. But if you are breastfeeding, and again, there's a lot of factors that go into this. If you had a C-section, if you had a natural childbirth, any complications along the way, there's a lot of factors that play into this. So take this for what it is, general blanket. If you're breastfeeding, you do need a little bit more calories because you're going to be expelling calories when you breastfeed. I've had a bunch of clients who I've worked with who breastfed and who haven't breastfed, and those who breastfeed need a little bit more calories. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out that starting number. So you're going to take your body weight and you're going to multiply it by 14. And that's going to give you a good general rule just to give you enough calories to breastfeed and also enough calories to change the way your body looks. Now, another one of these things that we need to talk about too is we need to know what you did prior to all of this as well. Were you fit before? Were you not fit before? Did you exercise before? Did you diet before? Did you follow any type of meal plan? I mean, these are all things that we would talk about, when we get on the phone and talk, but just as a general rule, that's where we're going to start with calories because the nutrition is the most important part of this. If your nutrition is not into play, you can't get back your pre-pregnancy body just exercising. It has to be with your nutrition. So that's the first one. You're going to take your body weight, you're going to multiply it by 14 if you're breastfeeding. If you're not breastfeeding, you're going to take your body weight and you're going to multiply it by 12. Again, this is a good starting point for how many calories you need to lose the body fat and get back to that pre-pregnancy body. Now, the next step is going to be protein. Protein is vital for changing your body composition, changing the way your body looks and altering how you look. So if you want to look better naked, a higher protein intake is going to make a big difference. So for protein, we're going to take our pre-pregnancy weight. So let's say you were 150 before. You're going to multiply that by 1, and that's going to give you how many grams you need in a day for protein. So if you weighed 150 before, you need 150 grams of protein. And I'm going to explain why the protein is so important in a minute. But so you're going to take, let's say, if we did this and this equaled 1,600 calories a day, out of those 1,600 calories a day, 150 of them, if you weighed 150, is going to be coming from protein intake. Now that might sound like a lot, but protein is vital for when you're recovering. And essentially, you are recovering. You're recovering from a major operation. If you had a C-section, it's a major operation. Childbirth is not an easy thing. It's very, very stressful and demanding on your body. So we need to repair everything. One of the major things with getting your pre-pregnancy body back is going to be letting your body heal. This is the most important part, and I actually skipped this, the timeline. The timeline to all of this is going to be as long as it takes because we can't rush this process. Like, yes, some women get back into shape a lot faster than others, But the key is we have to give your body time to recover, rest. And this way, and also now you're a parent, you're taking care of kids, you have an infant that requires a lot of attention. So you're not gonna have a lot of sleep, your sleep's gonna fluctuate, you're gonna be worried about the baby and all this other stuff. So we have to let this timeline take as long as it takes. Typically, women will lose about 20 pounds post-pregnancy. Again, a lot of different things there. The placenta is gone now, all the fluid's kind of gone. You're gonna be retaining more fluid. So right off the bat, you should be 20 pounds less. Again, give or take when you get home, just from either the baby, the placenta, and some extra fluid during that time. But if you had a C-section, it might be a little bit more, a little less, because you're holding a little bit of water from the major surgery. Point is, the timeline for all this is gonna be as long as it takes. Let your body heal. You have plenty of time to look good, but we want your body to heal correctly. So that's also why it's important to increase your protein intake. And that's what brought me to that and reminded me about that, because protein helps your body recover. The more protein you take in, the faster you're gonna recover. Protein gives your body the essential building blocks it needs to recover faster. This is why burn victims in hospitals are given more protein, because it helps them to recover faster. So lean proteins I'm talking about, chicken, egg whites, fish, lean beef, protein powder, all those things are very, very important. Non-fat Greek yogurt, there's a whole bunch of other options, but lean protein sources are the best for helping your body recover. Now, key number 2, and again, this is gonna be different for every person. I don't know who's listening on the other end. If you had a C-section, it's gonna be a little bit more time before you can add in key number 2. But if you didn't have a C-section, you probably can get back to key number 2 a lot faster. Ask your doctor, talk to your doctor, ask them. But the diet you can start kind of right away. That's what I would recommend with that. But key number 2 is gonna be strength training. Strength training is so important in helping your body to rebuild and look more defined and be better naked, look better naked, and be better than you were before. So you need to be strength training. The key is you have to be doing 3 to 4 full body movements, full body exercises, full body routines multiple times a week, because those movements are going to utilize a lot of muscles at once. So we're talking about barbell squats, trap bar deadlifts, overhead press, barbell bench press, pull-ups, rows, all those movements, because they utilize a lot of muscles at once. And being a mom now, you're probably not going to be able to dedicate as much time as maybe you did before to get into shape. If this is your first kid, now that's where your time and intention is going to go. If this is your second kid, you're going to have a little less time. But you need to be able to get as much results as you can with the minimal amount of effort possible. 3 times a week, 30 to 40 minutes is way more than enough for you to get into good shape, especially if you're doing routines like I'm talking about. Full body movements multiple times a week is going to give your body the ability to get stronger faster, make your bones stronger, make your tendons and ligaments stronger, and help you get more defined. So we need to add that in there. A second key element to this, and you could start probably, I'll take my word for it, but you could probably start this one right away as well, is getting in your steps. A step intake is so important, because it allows your body to burn more calories at rest, and it increases that activity level that you had. And it's better than doing just straight cardio, which is why cardio is not on here. So I would probably recommend getting up to about 10,000. Again, I don't know who's listening to this, and we have to look at what somebody did prior. If you were only doing 3,000 before you were pregnant, and now you go to 10, that's a big jump. So if you were doing 3,000 before, I don't know, start with 6. That's like a good range. But those are the 2 things. Now, we're going to talk about tracking. We have to track these variables, okay? If you're not tracking these variables, how do we know? We don't want to do anything like this guessing. We want to track and be specific in what we're doing. So you're going to track your body weight. And how you're going to track your body weight is you're going to use a scale. And you're going to use one of those Bluetooth scales you can get on Amazon. So basically every morning after you go to the bathroom, number 1, number 2, you're going to get on the scale, and it's going to sync right to your phone. You're going to get on, just take your weight, get off. Don't even pay attention to that number. Every 2 weeks, you're going to look at what the trend line is doing. Is your weight going up? And that means your calories are too high. Is your weight going down? That means you're moving in the right direction. If your weight is steady, right now, I would leave it the same and not change anything until that weight starts to creep up a little bit. Then we have to do it. Or if you're stagnant for a long time, well, that's a whole nother episode. So we're gonna track the body weight with the scale. Next, diet. What do you use to track the diet? I would recommend picking up my blueprint book, which you can do in the link below. But my blueprint book will outline all of this stuff here and make it a lot easier for you to track, because I will tell you exactly how many calories are in a chicken breast, instead of downloading one of these apps, typing in chicken breast and having 10,000 options to choose from. So I would recommend the blueprint book. It also tells you when you should make changes to the diet. Again, if you're pregnant, you might wanna not be as aggressive with it. Well, post pregnancy, you know what I mean. Workouts. What are you going to use to track your workouts? You can use paper and pen. It's that simple. You can use a note in your phone here. You basically just want to know what you did last time in the gym and what you're going to be doing the next time. So if you went into the gym today and you squatted 50 pounds, the next time you come into the gym, you have to beat the previous workout. If you're not doing that, if you're taking cardio classes at the gym, that's not working out. You need to be strength training, because that's what's going to change your body the fastest. Maximum amount of minimal effort to get the maximal results. That's what we're looking for. So for your workouts, I also have a workout journal. You could pick that up too, but we'll just type in journal here. And how are you going to track your steps? I like an Apple Watch. That's what I use. You could use the pedometer app for an iPhone user, and it just basically just type in how many steps you want to hit every day and leave your phone with you, and it tracks it for you. So, but we need, I like it, like I said, an Apple Watch is good, but we need to track these things, because this is how we're going to be able to assess if what we're doing is working or not. So congratulations on the new addition to your family, but now it's time to work on you and get your body back. Just remember the timeline here. Take your time. There's no rush. Let your body recover. Don't try to rush into extreme exercise, okay? Take your time, allow your body to heal, and do it the right way and look better than you did before. Any questions? Click the link below. This is Anthony, AB Fitness Center. I'll catch you on the next one.